Good afternoon. Uh, we were doing this problem yesterday, uh, the design of cantilever retaining wall. Today we shall continue with the problem. Yesterday we have done the first step, that is the dimensions of the retaining wall. Now we shall do the second step, that is the stability calculations. Uh, in the stability calculations, we have also observed and calculated the values of weights of each and every part of retaining wall. We had calculated W1, W2, W3, and W4. W1 and W2 belongs to the weight of stem. W3 is the weight of base slab, and W4 is the uh, earth weight of earth. Okay, soil. So next, we had also discussed how the pressure will be distributed along the height of the retaining wall, where it will be minimum at the top and it will be maximum at the bottom. The value of maximum earth pressure it will be Ka gamma H. So you should keep this in mind. For a height of capital H, the maximum earth pressure is Ka gamma H. Now we shall calculate the moment distribution uh, the uh, for the retaining wall from the soil. Okay, so the reference point we have to choose. I'll choose the reference point as A. So we shall look into the diagram here. So A is the reference axis. So we will be having a reference axis at A. So that means this is A. If the load is acting vertically, then this yellow line is the reference axis. If the load is acting horizontally, then this red line is the reference axis. So the reference point is A. So for calculating moments, we all know that moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance, right? Then, with that concept in mind, we have to calculate the moments of each and every weight parameters what we have calculated. So we have calculated W1, W2, W3, W4. So we have four parameters. Along with that, soil is being soil is exerting some force on the retaining wall, that is exerting the force laterally. The W4 is the weight of the soil. That means self weight of the soil, which will be acting downwards according to the gravity. So it is acting downwards. Uh, the soil does not act only downwards, it will also push this retaining wall from this side. So this horizontal action, horizontal force, where it will act on the retaining wall is called as lateral pressure. So lateral pressure from the soil, we call this as earth pressure or earth lateral pressure. And with that, yes. With that understanding, we shall calculate the moments. We need to make one table so that the calculations will be easier. Okay. First, we shall observe load due to. So you can observe load due to stem. What is a load due to stem? What is a load due to base slab? What is a load due to backfill? ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಫಿಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಫಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. Okay. Next, lateral pressure in the what is the load coming. So here, according to our standard load formula, load or the weight of a material will be equal to its volume multiplied by density. So the volume of stem we have to calculate. The volume of stem we have bifurcated into two parts, and we have also calculated what is W1 and what is W2. So the values are like this. So W1 portion is a rectangular portion. So width into height means 0.2 meter by 5.5 meter, right, multiplied by 1, which is the length of the stem, multiplied by density of RCC 25, density of RCC 25. Uh, so the answer will be 27.5. So we shall look here in the diagram here. If you observe the diagram, you can understand. So this is the W1 portion. So width of the this portion is 0.2 meter. Height is from here to here. It will be 5.5 meter. So 5.5 into 2.2 multiplied by 1. So in that direction, Z direction, 1 meter multiplied by density of RCC 25. So density of RCC 25. Okay. So that is the weight W1. So this W1 is acting at the centroid of this section, rectangular section. Is a rectangular section ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ W1, which is the resulting force of this much area, ಯಾವುದು W1 ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ. So W1 is the load, point load, which is acting at the centroid of the uh, on the centroidal axis of the stem. So ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಈ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So if I have to draw the centroidal axis of this W1, it is it goes like this. Okay, it goes like this, like this, like this. So what is moment? Moment is load into perpendicular distance. So perpendicular distance from A. So A in the perpendicular distance. So ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ perpendicular distance ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ? So this is parallel distance. ಈಗ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. So what I need is perpendicular distance. I will draw one perpendicular line to reference axis A. So this is the perpendicular distance. Okay, this is the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance, force into perpendicular distance. ಒಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ be very fast. So force into perpendicular distance. So distance calculation ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ A ಇಂದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ W1 ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ? A ಇಂದ 2.05 ಮೀಟರ್ plus 0.2 divided by 2. Understanding? So it is acting at this point. So from here to A, what is the distance? 2.05 plus 0.2 divided by 2 is the perpendicular distance. So you can observe here the magnitude of the load 27.5. Distance from A 2.05 plus 0.2 by 2 divided by 2.15. Okay, so which is the value of 59.125 is the moment about A, kilonewton meters. Next W2. W2 is a triangular portion. So area of triangle is half into base into height multiplied by its length will be the volume multiplied by its density will be the weight of the triangular portion of the stem. So half into base width is 0.45 is the total base width. Remaining of remaining portion in the triangular portion here. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ 0.25 is the width of this triangular portion and the height is same 5.5. Okay, scrolling along. Okay, so that will come out as 17.187 is the magnitude of load. Now you have to calculate the perpendicular distance from A. So observe, from A I am calculating 2.05 plus 0.2 plus uh, from here the centroidal axis for a triangular section will be at a distance of 1 by 3. So 0.25 divided by 3. 2.05 plus zero point 0.2 plus 0.25 divided by 3. Okay, that will be the perpendicular distance of W2. So multiply these two values, load into perpendicular distance, you will get 40.054 or 0.45. Okay. Next, base slab portion, which is W3, base slab 3.5 width of the base slab, 0.45 thickness of the base slab, multiplied by 1 meter length into density of RCC. Okay, that is 39.375. Then centroidal distance, since it is a rectangular portion, it will be at a distance of 3.5 by 2 from A. So if you multiply these two values, you will get 68.906. Next, backfill W4. The area of this portion is 2.05 into 5.5, which is the area, multiplied by 1, which is the volume, multiplied by 18.5, which is the density of soil. You should be very, very careful here. You should substitute for the weight of backfill. The density of soil is 18.5, which is given in the question. Okay. Next, the distance, perpendicular distance, 2.05 divided by 2, 1.025. If you multiply, you will get 213.801 kilonewton meter. Next, observe, we have calculated the moment due to stem, base slab and backfill. Now we have to calculate the moment of lateral earth pressure. How to calculate the moment of lateral earth pressure? As we all know, this is lateral pressure which is acting in horizontal direction. If it is acting in horizontal direction, this is my reference axis. So at A andre A along cross axis. So this is my reference axis. Perpendicular distances, I will be calculating the distance from the base. So illinda nanu perpendicular distance calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So what is the total area of the pressure diagram? Uh, since it is triangular in section, pressure diagram ಹೇಗಿದೆ triangle ಆಗಿದೆ. So area of triangle half into base into height. Half into base ಎಷ್ಟು Ka gamma h, height ಎಷ್ಟು h is the area of this triangle. To calculate the moment, this area into its perpendicular distance to the centroid. So centroidal distance. What is the centroidal distance? For a triangle, it will be acting at a distance of h by 3. So half into Ka gamma h into h multiplied by h by 3. Okay, multiplied by h by 3. If you have doubt, you can note down. Okay, so h by 3. So finally, what you will get is Ka gamma h cube divided by 6. So Ka gamma h square h cube divided by 6 is the formula. So for this formula, if you substitute the values, you will get 216.493. So you have, what you need to do is you need to add up all these moment values, which is sigma mr. Why mr? Mr we call this as restoring moment. Restoring moment. So we call this as restoring moment mr. So total of all the moments, and you have to add up all the weights. So W1, W2, W3 and W4. There is no W5. So lateral earth moment in the weight ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, but there is only lateral pressure. Resulting from that we have m naught. Okay. So here parameter 1, 2, 3 will add up for sigma W. Parameter 1, 2, 3 and 4 for sigma mr. Okay, now so now you have to calculate what? Distance of point of application of the resulting force from the heel end A. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಏನೋ ಅಂತ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ. It will be acting at some distance from A. What is that distance we need to calculate? Uh, then we will be able to calculate the remaining portion in this. Okay. Now observe, students. What we have is, we know that moment M is equal to load or weight into perpendicular distance. Say here in this condition, this resulting perpendicular distance will be in x-axis or y-axis, we don't know. So we shall take it in z direction. Somewhere it will be acting. So load into perpendicular distance. This perpendicular distance is what we need to calculate. Okay. So this perpendicular distance is what we need to calculate. So Z is equal to M divided by W. So here in this case, sigma MR divided by sigma W. Substitute and you will get the perpendicular distance as 2.045 meter. Okay. So this is standard formula what we have to calculate. So now we will be able to calculate the eccentricity. How to calculate the eccentricity? Since the centroid of the base, that means width is a B. So B, according to B, what is the centroidal distance? It is B by 2 from A, alwa. So but this load is not acting at B by 2. It is acting at some distance. At what distance? That is, we shall calculate from this equation. E is equal to Z minus B by 2. So 2.045 minus 3.5. It is at an eccentricity of 0.295 mm. 0.295 meter. So 295 mm. So 295 mm is at eccentricity. So ಇದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆದರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ it is less than b by 6, where b by 6 is 0.583 meter. That means eccentricity should not be greater than b by 6 ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. So that limit should not cross. Okay. Therefore E is equal to 0.295 meter, which is less than 0.583 meter. Hence it is okay. Okay, na? Now next, extreme pressure intensity at base. We have this standard formula. So at the base, andre retaining wall ide. So retaining wall ide. So for this retaining wall, what we need to do is, since this is landing on the soil, the earth, the soil below this retaining wall will be producing some earth pressure. So what is this pressure? What is the maximum pressure? Where it will be? What is the minimum pressure or the stress from the soil from the bottom? And all we shall calculate with the help of this equation. So sigma W divided by B multiplied by 1 plus or minus 6E by B. So you can observe this plus or minus in this equation. If you substitute as positive, you will get maximum stress. If you substitute minus, you will get minimum stress. That's all. So maximum stress is 125.9 kilonewton per meter square. Minimum stress is 41.33 kilonewton per meter square. So what is the maximum stress? 125.9 kilonewton per meter square. So this is the pressure from the soil to the structure. What is the strength of the soil? Strength of the soil is SBC of soil. So SBC of soil is 200 kilonewton per meter square. So stress is less than the stability of the soil. Hence, it is safe within this permissible limit. ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Now we shall draw the pressure diagram. So this is the cantilever section. You can observe we have to calculate the pressure at the critical sections. So critical sections ಅಲ್ಲಿ pressures calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So how to calculate? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. At the points where stem starts, so C and B you can observe that is where stem starts. So these are the critical points, and D and A are the far end points. So maximum pressure will be at D, where toe is present. Toe is present. So because this retaining wall is being pulled in this direction, so here the stress will be higher than this one. Okay. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ರಿಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ವಾಲ್ ಹೀಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, so the pressure at D will be maximum 125.9. Pressure at A will be minimum 41.33 kilonewton per meter square. So this is what you will draw first. Then you have to calculate the what is the pressure at this point. What is the pressure at CG and BH? ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ calculate. How to calculate? We have to do the interpolation. So interpolation ಹೇಗಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡೋದು? So you'll observe this diagram. You just observe this portion. Okay, don't get confused. ಏನೋ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ. Okay, so from the left end, right end, that means from A, I am calculating the distance. So from A, when I am at A, it is distance is 0. So when the stem starts, the distance is 2.05. When the stem ends, it will be 2.5. Uh, at the far end, it is 3.5. But at this point of time, we know at A, that is 0 length, we have minimum pressure intensity, that is 41.33. Okay, so at the far end 3.5 meter we have 125.9. So these are the two values we have, but we don't know the values which is in between. So at a distance of 2.05 and at a distance of 2.5, what is the pressure value? So you should be able to calculate these two values with the help of a calculator by doing the interpolation. Okay, so interpolation ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you will get the these values. Okay, so ಏನಾಯ್ತು, at section BH we have 90.86 kilonewton per meter square. At section CG we have 101.73 kilonewton per meter square. So the remaining portions ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯ್ತು, ಈ height, so the rectangular portion triangular portion ಅಂತ bifurcate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Since the section is trapezoidal in nature, the calculation of area and its moment will be difficult. So bifurcate this diagram into rectangles and triangles. Okay, rectangles ಮತ್ತು triangles ನ convert ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, you will observe in next step. Okay, see, next what we have to do is ಚೆಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಏನಂದರೆ ಸ್ಲೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಒನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0.9 ಇಂಟು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ sliding force. What is this resisting force? Resisting force, the coefficient of friction should be multiplied for the summation of all the forces. So load ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯೂ ಇಂಟು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ 0.9 ಇಂಟು ಮ್ಯೂ ಇಂಟು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಪಿ. ಸೊ ಪಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? P is the resulting lateral earth pressure. Resulting lateral earth pressure. Okay. So P is equal to Ka gamma h square divided by 2. Ka gamma h square ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂಟು ಬೇಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಹೈಟ್. ಹಾಫ್ ಅಂದರೆ 1/2 ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಬೇಸ್ Ka gamma h, height h. So h Ka gamma h into h square. So Ka gamma h square divided by 2 is the formula ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So next substitute Ka, what is Ka? 1 minus sin theta divided by sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi. ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಮೈನಸ್, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಸ್ಮೈಲಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. So here observe, the value of P is 109.15 kilonewtons, and factor of safety substituted, you will get it as 1.566. ಸೊ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಡಿಸೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಲೋಡ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ದಿ ಲೋಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಬೈ 1.5. Now that is the factor of safety, that is 1.5 is the limiting factor of safety. So here what is this factor of safety we have obtained in this problem? We have obtained a factor of safety as against sliding as 1.566, so which is greater than 1.5. ಸೊ ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, 1.5 ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಫರ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಹೈಯರ್ than the required. Okay, so then it is safe against sliding. If it is not greater than 1.5, this is very very important. In the next problem I will do this, if condition where factor of safety is not satisfying. In that condition what we need to do is we need to provide one shear key ಅಂತ. So ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ this is the actual retaining wall what we have. Shear key ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what we need to do is we have to provide a structure like this. So this portion which is going below the ground, ಅಂದರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, this is called shear key. So shear key, so shear keyನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, so shear key provide ಮಾಡು. In this case, since the value of factor of safety is greater than 1.5, we don't require this shear key. Okay, remember this while doing the next problem. You should be able to consider. Okay. Next we have one more check, that is check for overturning. So overturning moment m naught is equal to E into h by 3. This is standard ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ h by 3 ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಎ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್? ಪಿ ಇಂಟು h by 3 ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ 216.48 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಎಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿ ಎಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಎಮ್ ಓ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಚೆಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓವರ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದು, 0.9 ಇಂಟು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಎಮ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಮ್ ನಾಟ್. ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2.484. ಸೊ which is greater than 1.5, hence it is safe under overturning. Overturning is safe. Okay. Now design of stem. So to design the stem, we will be designing stem portion, toe portion, and heel portion separately. Okay, first we shall design the stem portion. In the stem portion, we have on the stem, what is the force acting? We have one lateral force will be acting on the stem. Stem ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ lateral earth pressure act ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. Because of that lateral earth pressure, what is the bending moment on the stem wall ಮೇಲೆ? So that is Ka gamma h cube by 6, which is m naught only. To scratch your head. Okay. So m naught multiplied by the perpendicular distance. So a value will ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, Ka gamma h cube. So here you should observe what is the height of stem. Height of stem is small h, 5.5. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಎಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೆಚ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೈಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹೆಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಕೆ ಎ ಗಾಮ ಹೆಚ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 6 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 171 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಮೀಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಡ್ or ultimate moment ಅಂದರೆ 1.5 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ you'll get 556.5 kilometer meter. Check for effective depth. You know the formula, mu limit formula is equal to under root mu by 0.138 FCKB. Substitute in this. Okay. So the required width of the stem should be, width or depth of the stem should be 304.85. So we have provided the thickness of stem as 450 mm. So first step now 450 mm and the bottom width of the stem we have provided as 450 mm. So the requirement is 304.85 mm. So we have provided more than required. So hence it is safe. No need to worry. So assume effective cover as 50 mm. So effective depth is overall depth minus effective cover, we know 400 mm. So hence it is okay. Next we shall go for design of main reinforcement. Design of main reinforcement ಮಾಡುವಾಗ D value ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, if the value of D required calculated in the previous step is more than the provided, then we should take that. Okay. If it is less than that, then what is provided is to be taken as the substitution for D. D is effective depth. 450 ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಡಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So multiply it in AST formula and get the value of AST. So previous example ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು AST formula ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ, ಫಾರ್ 1 meter ವಿಡ್ತ್ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು. ಸೊ 1000 AST ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ AST, ಸೊ 101.58 mm is the spacing, say 100 mm. So therefore provide 16 mm dia bars at 100 mm center to center. So 16 mm dia bars at 100 mm center to center. So this is the steel requirement at the base of the stem. So ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, base of the stem ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 450 mm ಇದೆ width of the stem. Thickness of the stem. At the top, the thickness of the stem is 200 mm only. So 200 mm only is. So 200 mm only andre steel required may be much more lesser than the required amount for the at the bottom. So bottom ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ we know that we have this pressure diagram, right? So pressure diagram prakara, so pressure will increase at the bottom. So for the maximum value we have calculated this steel requirement. So as we go upward, the steel requirement will be decreased. So decreased by how much? at what distance we have to minimize the steel. So full ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will become uneconomical for the owner. ತುಂಬಾ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್, because required amount, if we provide only required amount of steel, that would be sufficient. No need to provide the extra weight of the steel. So that minimizing or the cutting down of the steel, we call that as curtailment of steel. So curtailment of steel ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, at 50% ಹೈಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಫ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಗೆ 50% ಆಫ್ ದಿ AST ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್, ಆ ಥರ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಸೊ 3 ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಫುಲ್ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಸಿ 3 ಬಾರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಫುಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ಒಂದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫುಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಈ 3 ಬೆರಳು ಥರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್. So refer IS 456-2000 clause number 26.2.1. You will get the development length of the bar, which is LD is equal to 5 sigma S divided by 4 tau BD. So where tau BD is equal to 1.6 into 1.2. So here you have tau BD value. For deformed bar, tau BD value shall be increased by 60%. So tau BD ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು, 1.2 is the tau BD value for M20 grade concrete. ಸೊ 1.2 into 1.6 ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ 5 is the diameter of bar. ಯಾವ್ದು ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ನಾವು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, 16 mm ಗಾಯ. ಸೊ LD is equal to 0.87 F5 into 5 divided by 4 tau BD. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು we can also calculate the value of LD. So this is the development length. So development length ಏನಿದೆ, curtail 50% steel from top. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. H ಅಂದರೆ ಓವರಾಲ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್, H1 ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಟಾಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಹಾಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ 5.5 ಹೈಟ್, H1 ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ H1. ಸೊ H1 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, 15.125 ಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೀಟರ್ ಅದು H ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. H1 is equal to 3.89 ಮೀಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್. ಸೊ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟಿರಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ H minus LD. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ H1 minus LD? H1 ಎಷ್ಟು, 3.8. LD ಎಷ್ಟು, 0.752 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3.138 ಮೀಟರ್. ಏನಂದರೆ ಇದು here. So if you consider this as the total height of stem. Okay, so total height of stem is small h. So from top, for this much height, I will reduce the steel by 50%. So this is H dash or H1. Okay, H1 alva, H1. So that is H1. So from the bottom, what I will do is I will put the steel. So now observe, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಟ್. ಸೊ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಐ ಶಾಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಲೆಂತ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್. ಸೊ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು, 0.752 ಮೀಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ 3.138 ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ 3.89. Okay, so ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 3.2 ಮೀಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ 16 mm dia bars at 200 mm center to center at 3.2 from top face. Okay, that means ಡಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಡಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಾರ್ಸ್, ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್, ಅಂದರೆ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ವಾಲ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಥರ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ರಿಇನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಥರನೇ. ಸೊ ಮೈನ್ ರಿಇನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೈನ್ ರಿಇನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಾರ್. ಮೈನ್ ರಿಇನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. So it has to take the action of the soil. Then the distribution bars will come in horizontal direction. Okay. So minimum still 0.2% of gross sectional area B to the 1000 is the width considered, 450 is the thickness of the stem. So 540 mm. So for that, provide 8 mm dia bars at what you say, 90 mm center to center. ಸೊ 90 mm ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಫೇಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ಗೆ, ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ಗೆ, ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 180 mm ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಶಿಯರ್, ವಿ ಶಾಲ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್. You should be very concentrating in this class.